I love that taunt, Danny. I gotta get me a taunt. Give me something.
Danny, who has better moves, your my player or you in real life?
Oh, definitely my player. And please don't ever make me prove that that's true.
No, I won't.
I love the theater. This is beautiful. Oh man. Oh yeah.
Sorry, that was my fault.
I was trying to get it to you, Jordan. Actually.
That was my fault. I gotta set you up bad.
We're good.
We're coming to paint.
They're gonna be in the paint a lot.
I'm telling you, I love this lineup. Two great centers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love this.
He gonna miss his free throw.
Oh yeah.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here. In the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Doncic out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Jokic in at the 5.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
Durant finds Gilgeous-Alexander. The wide-open look here for Garland. And another miss by the East.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Doncic gets it to go.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and
substitution. And it's a completely new group for the East All-Stars.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Passes it to Mitchell with the shot. Randall grabs the board. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Fast break, here comes the West. Beal against Curry. Here's Hernandez. Good, it's Beal picking up the assist. Hernandez has got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by the East. Williamson, the pass to Mitchell. And all around him that time before dropping in.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Hernandez. And the West hit again from deep.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The East making a switch. Bowman's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Outside, Davis. And Lillard kicks to Mitchell. Fires from deep. The West All-Stars pull it in. Young taking his time here. Here's Hernandez. The shot's good. And 11 points for the chosen one.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And so it's the West All-Stars holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we... Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm.
Substitution on the court.
In this game, so good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily. Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
And that one is hammered home.
The D's just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Well, that's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage. And he continues to put in work in the paint.
26 seconds left to play here in the half. Now, here's Curry. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's the drive. 5 on the clock. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. And Davis can't get it to go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Well, Davis, so dominant, so strong, so athletic, so skilled. He got everything he wanted right there.
And so it's the West All-Stars, sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. Back to the action in just a minute. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final 2 quarters.
Checking out the group now for Darvin Ham to start the second half. Jokic is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then it's the chosen one, and it's Doncic in at the 1. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
Oh, silky, smooth shot there by Gilgeous-Alexander. He knew the floater was the right move to beat the defense.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And even down big, the effort and energy is still there to try and make a comeback.
Outside Durant. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Drills the three-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
It's good. And now it's 27 points for the chosen one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Garland is doubled. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the pass to Embiid. Shoots a fader. Best All-Stars with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Garland. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Passes it to Embiid. Tatum against KD. Over Tatum. They grab their own miss. Giannis, no good. The West leading by 19. Inside, here's Hernandez. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Hernandez has got 29 in the game. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. At the top of the key, Durant. Over Tatum. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Durant's got 7.
Looking strong to the finish. When Durant locks in on scoring, nobody's stopping him.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
What's a T-shirt?
And the East. We've got Durant. Antetokounmpo is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Garland in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Garland, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The wide open look for Durant. Again, Durant missing. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Randall hits in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Embiid. And the media is able to vote on awards like All Rookie, but Greg, those awards can end up determining a player's max salary. Any concern there?
No doubt there is, but somebody has to decide those awards, right? And no matter who it is, there's always going to be some pushback. So as long as contracts are tied to them, that power will be in someone else's hands.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And West also making a switch. Beal's checked in. And Green gets it to go.
Loses him with the bounce and doesn't look back. What a pretty move.
Outside Durant. Back to Garland. Over Green. Garland, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Kicks to Durant. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. That shot off the mark. And the West will go the other way now. Randall dishes to Green. Shot's good by Hernandez. Hernandez has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Outside Durant. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Randall. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Back to Garland. And for coaches' challenges, the refs review their own call. It's a little like grading your own test. Maybe great, give that job to the review center.
You definitely risk a confirmation bias, and everyone wants to be right. It does seem like some calls stand that probably could be reversed. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
I'm glad we got a chance to check out that fantastic drive one more time.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the West All-Stars?
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Bowman's checked in, and it's Mitchell in for Kevin Durant. Mitchell outside. The pass to Lillard. Over Green. Lillard misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Here's Hernandez. Covered by Mitchell. Shots good by Hernandez.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And that one drops for him.
Well, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Mitchell outside. Passes it to Garland. Here's Bowman. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Count that one. Hernandez has got 46 points.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
And so Garland will bring it up for the East All-Stars. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mitchell wide open. Offensive rebound. There's Sabonis. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Substitution on the court.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our all-star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a